Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, student.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine. And you?
And me, I'm also in good condition. Thank you for asking me. So before we go to the material, let's pray together. Pray begin. Okay, student. In the last meeting, we have done already learning about narrative text. I mean, like the definition, the generic structure, and then the social function, and the other. So now, if I ask you, do you still remember about the definition of narrative text? Anyone can raise your hand and answer my question. Okay, Adi, please.
Narrative text is it's right to entertain the readers.
To entertain the readers. Okay. Okay. Actually, that's not a definition. That's the purpose of the narrative text is to entertain. But the definition is okay. So you are still forget a little about the material. So in this meeting, I will remind you or retell you again, explain you a little bit in contrast. What is narrative text? Narrative text is a type of a text that tells a chronological story in the past tense. Chronological story in the past tense. And then this is the purpose, to amuse or to entertain the reader with a story. Okay, so student, have you ever watched Cinderella story?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. So what is the ending of the Cinderella story? Is good or it's bad ending or no? Yes, happy ending because Cinderella is meet with prince. Okay, good. So if you feel happy on the story that have you watched, it means that you have done entertained by the story. This is the purpose of the narrative text. And then the types is fairy tale, folktale, legend, and fable. Fairy tale also we know the example like Thumbelina and Cinderella. And folktale is like Maling Kundang story. And then a fable is like apple and monkey. That's animal story. Next is the generic structure of narrative text. There is orientation, complication, resolution, and reorientation. What is orientation? Orientation, do you still remember?
The beginning of the narrative text.
Good, the beginning of the narrative text. So, orientation is the beginning of the narrative text or the opening part of the narrative text. And then in this orientation contains introduce the character of the story. For example, like maybe Maling Kundang have an angry character or wise character or strong character. And then the last is orientation contains background of the story, like the place and when the story comes, and then the social conditions and other. And then this is the complication. In complication is section that contains problem is arise or when the problem is occur in the story. So to illustrate, to make you clear in this section, I will illustrate like a triangle. Like a triangle, okay? So this is, there are rising elation, So there are rising action, climax, and falling action. Rising action is the problem began to appear. So in this time, lasting action is still in the side. Okay, and then the climax is when the problem is appear. This is the sign of the climax. And then after climax, we usually, or the writer usually have a solution of the story. So, after the solution of the story is called following action. When the tension of the problems begins to decrease. Okay. Are you still confused?
No.
No.
Yes.
No. Okay, good. So next, and the last is resolution. In this resolution is section that contains ending of the story. Ending of the story is good ending or a happy ending or sad ending. Like I said in the previous slide. Okay, reorientation. Reorientation is the last part of the story. There is contains conclusion and then moral value, and then when change, the character is changed. When the character is changed of the story. Okay. In this reorientation is not always appear in narrative text. That's optional. So when the story have no moral value or the story have no change character, that's not problem. That's okay. 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 This is the general language feature. The language feature of the story, using the word time, the time of word, and then using action word. Student, can you give me an example about the action word?
Run.
Run, good. And then?
Walk.
Walk, okay. And then?
Swim.
Swim, okay. Okay, enough. Jump, yes, jump. That's the action word. Okay. And then I forget to appear in my PPT that contains conjunction. Conjunction is a word that can link a sentence or a word. And conjunction examples like and, but, and then unfortunately, and then at the time, suddenly. Okay, now. So student, now I will give you a video, so you must to watch the video correctly and with your focus.
Once upon a time in Sindurejo Kingdom, King Sulahadikromo was talking to his prime minister. His name was Patih Sidopekso. The king asked Patih Sidopekso to give him the flesh of a young deer. Patih Sidopekso took the mission. When he arrived in the jungle, he saw a young deer. He pointed his arrow to the deer. Unfortunately, he missed the target. He ran after the deer. But suddenly, he met a very beautiful girl named Sri Tanjung. "How can I help you, sir?" asked the girl. I'm looking for a young deer." Patih Sidopekso was speechless. After that meeting, they fell in love with each other and got married. Patih Sidopekso asked Sri Tanjung to join him to the palace. Later, when they arrived at the palace, the king was amazed by the beauty of Sri Tanjung. The king was also fell in love with her, and he had a bad plan. He wanted to marry Sri Tanjung, so he gave Patih Sidopekso a very difficult mission. However, Patih Sidopekso still accepted the mission. And before he left, he asked Sri Tanjung to wait for him. After Patih Sidopekso left, the king approached Sri Tanjung. He proposed Sri Tanjung to marry him, but she didn't accept the proposal. She loved Patih Sidopekso and she already promised to wait for him. The king was very upset. So when Patih Sidopekso begged, the king told him that Sri Tanjung was unfaithful to him. Patih Sidopekso was very angry to his wife. "That wasn't true, Kakanda," said Sri Tanjung. Patih Sidopekso pulled her and said, "Follow me. You must get out of this palace." He brought her to the riverbank because he wants to kill her. But then Sri Tanjung said, "Throw me to the river. If the river smells good, it means I'm innocent. However, if the river smells bad, then the king is lying." Patih Sidopekso then threw her into the river. Amazingly, the river smelled good. Patih Sidopekso was very sorry. Sri Tanjung died. He regretted not to believe her. When the river smelled good, people instantly said Banyu Wangi. Banyu means water and Wangi means fragrant. Since then, the place has been named Banyu Wangi. The end.
If any difficult word that you don't understand, you may raise your hand and ask for. Yeah, it's good.
The meaning is unfaithful.
Unfaithful in Bahasa Indonesia is tidak berjuang. And then the other,
It was there is a fragrant.
fragrant. Fragrant in Bahasa Indonesia is parfum or wangi, ya. Wangi. It sometimes in Indonesia is called parfum and the other is wangi.
Thank you.
Smells. Yes. Okay. Okay, students. So next is I will let you to. I have a fun learning in this material. So I will introduce the snake and leaders. Okay. Okay, student, this is snake and ladders. So this is the snake and ladders. It contains some question related to the video that you already learned. And then, okay, I will put it first. And then this is the dice. The dice you can throw it when I call you to throw the dice. And then this is the person that must walking. For example, when you throw it, and then you got number 2, and then this person will walk on the number 2. Okay. Okay, student, I will divide you in a group. I will erase this first. There is a 3 groups in this classroom. First group and then the third. The first group is Natika and Tian. And then the second is Aldi and Christian. And then the third is Anggun, Cindy and Salvani. Okay. You must remember your members, okay?
Alright, miss.
Good. So, the first rules is you must to make a line. Okay, student. The first is Aldi. Please throw the dice.
Oh, okay.
No. It's okay.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3. You got number 2. Number 2. Well,
1, 2.
okay. What is the question?
What do you know about orientation?
Okay, what do you know about orientation?
It's the opening of the narrative is usually have like the character.
The character, good, yes. I'm sorry, student, I forget about this. Student who have a correct answer will have a 1 star, okay?
Okay.
So the group that have a lot of stars will have a gift for me, okay? Give to me, I mean. Okay, and then Audi have a 1 star. Okay, next.
I go.
Yes, go to the back.
Let me start.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What is narrative text? Narrative text is a text that tell about chronology in the past tense.
Okay, good. You can move.
Okay.
Rustian, okay. Natika, okay. 2. 1.
1, 2.
Okay,
Mention
mention.
for generic structure of narrative text. Orientation, complication, reorientation, and resolution.
Good, really good. Student, you are so smart. I think you can answer the question.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, next, Tian. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
In Banyuwangi story, who fall in love each other.
Who is fall in love each other? Sri Tanjung and
Sri Tanjung and
Pati Sido.
Sido Pakso.
Okay, I'm sorry you don't have a star. Next. 3, 1. Yeah. I'm sorry you got a snake. You must down.
Mention adverb of time that usually use of narrative text.
Okay, mention adverb. Adverb of time. Okay.
Adverb of time.
Yeah. Adverb
Once
of
upon a time.
Once upon a time. Okay. So funny. Okay, student, the time is over. Okay, miss. So you can sit down.
Alright,
You can sit
miss.
down. Okay. Okay, student, that's the games snack and leader. So how about the game? It's fun or boring? Okay, good. So the group that have a lot of star is the second group is Aldi and Rustian. Okay, students. So you can put the gift after the session of this class. Okay, in my table. So next, I will give you some written tests. Please, you can prepare your pencil and your eraser and do this text. Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Yes, miss.
Okay, student. So in the text there is a generic structure of narrative text. So after you watch the video, you may write down the narrative text. I mean the story of the Legend of Banyuwangi before in your own language. You may open like dictionary or other reference to work your written text. I will give you 10 minutes. Oh, no. I will give you until this section of this English course. So you can start your text now. Okay, student. Because this time is ending. I mean, the time is over. So you can collect your text in Monday or in Saturday. Which one you prefer? In Monday or in Saturday? In Monday. Okay. In Monday, please. The shift of this class. Please collect the text of your friends in my table. Okay. So student, I will give you some reflection of this material. If I compare you before you learn about narrative text until now, I can see you can learn the material well. I mean, you have done understand about the generic structure, and then you can answer the question correctly. I hope you will keep your skill in this material. Okay. Yes. Okay. So student, before we end this class, let's pray together. Pray begin. Finish. Okay. This class is end. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.